That's the beginning. And then we have a responsibility. So the stewardship way of life is the way that we invite our members to connect their lives in the liturgy. Just a nice little picture. An altar, grace, congregation.
Oh, that's not 11. I just wanted to get your water.
Yes. The center. So you see how the focus of that community is weak? Made visible. The body of Christ made visible. Stewardship way of life. I mentioned I have a dream. We have a method. The execution and leadership. We have a dream. We have a method. But I'm the pastor, so we're not getting very far very fast. Okay? I saw this quote the other day. President Obama blew a mighty trumpet Tuesday at the State of the Union. Okay? Right. But after you blow the trumpet, you actually have to charge. So the thing is, we can lay out a good plan, but now we got to work. We got to take steps. I'm not saying it's not good now. I'm saying it's one thing to see and say it. It's another thing to do it. I have to say, after 25 years of pastoring, I would say this about myself. It's one thing to have a good aim. I have a pretty good aim about what a parish is and where a parish should go, and even like how we should get there. But it's another thing to pull the trigger. To say, this is what we're going to do. Shake it. I'm so inconsistent. Okay? But, so we have a dream, we have a method. Now why aren't we there? Oh, because I'm the leader. And because you have minds of your own. And we're not going to get into force when it comes to religion. As Cardinal Kroll used to say, whenever somebody would start screaming about we should do this and we should do that, he'd say the church is a free will organization. How do you make somebody? That's why the parish is such a miracle. People voluntarily associate to do altruistic things with deferred gratification and get challenged about forgiving, get challenged about stopping certain behaviors and starting other behaviors. That people come back a second time, it's a miracle. You know, what a miracle. The miracle that is a parish, how we draw. Tolkien's ring. Anybody who's into the Lord of the Rings, that kind of stuff. I think the ring is this, is when we choose to try to impose our will on another. And there are times, I guess, we do that, but it's always far less than, there's always a downside. And the downside really, in time, will outweigh the upside. How we relate to power, how we relate to our will and the other person's will, is really critical. And Lily's Vigil. Somebody want to read this? This is beautiful. A woman named Lily said this. A little louder? Thanks, Lisa.
I was afraid of lightning storms when I was a little girl. If one came in the night, I'd go get into bed with my mama. I'd wait for a flash of lightning to show me the way to her room. I still remember the strange feeling of standing there in the dark, waiting for the thing I was afraid of. Sometimes it's the things that scare us the most that get us to a place where we are safe. But knowing that doesn't make anything easier.
Yeah, I mean, things ain't easy. I'm going to get a big E here for all of it. Beautiful, right? And think of the Sunday Mass as the lightning, the glimpse. 0.006% of the hours are going boom, and it's gone. And in that glimpse, we might see ourselves in a new light. Okay. 8, the great vigil. This could be days unpacking this. We're in the dark. Anybody here ever been in the dark? The economy. Anybody in the dark? Remember I said ritual makes visible the deeper things in life, the deeper processes, the action of God, God's call. We don't care. Why is it that at the Easter Vigil, the biggest part, the climax of the Triduum, why is it that it has to begin after sunset? Why not 2 in the afternoon? Because it's a silent word. It's sign language. We are in the dark. And in the dark, we are exposed. But when I encounter you as other than me, my stuff comes up. When I first became a pastor 25 years ago, I had been at MBS for 3.5 years. I became pastor at Christmas time. I gathered the faculty together first thing in January. I presented my vision that I had worked on for a week of where we could go and who we could be. When I got done giving my vision, how beautiful is the body, my beautiful vision of MBS and where we're going to go. A teacher who'd been there forever raises her hand and says, first question. Any questions? No. What are you going to do about the deplorable conditions of the boys' bathroom? I wanted to kill her. How dare she think thoughts other than mine? How dare she have priorities other than mine? You see how when we encounter the Olympic, the other's otherness, stuff comes up, and my stuff is exposed. Anybody there would go, I don't want to swallow in my tongue trying not to respond. But it was there, okay? But when we're in the dark and we're exposed, we're not alone, okay? We're there with others, in the dark and exposed, outdoors. And this number 4, I think, is where it all begins. Friction. If you've been to the Easter Vigil, no fire, no light, without friction. I rub up against you, you rub up against me. He just rubs me the wrong way. I love it when you're near me. Okay? We can rub each other the wrong way, we can rub each other in wonderful ways. But it's in rubbing up against each other, as individuals, as groups, you know. How come the CYO can't put the damn chairs back in the gym? What's the problem? Why didn't they leave the light on? Now, how we relate to the friction